Hi, I'm Phil McLaurice. Welcome to Jiu-Jitsu Matrix. I'm here at NetGen MMA with Rob Mudrak. I'm going to show you a couple moves from a front headlock. So we're going to do the Anaconda choke to Brabo variation. What you want to do first, so if the guy goes for a tackle or something like that, of course you're going to sprawl. The way I want to go, I'm going around the neck. I'm avoiding this. This is not right to go around the rib cage with both hands. One arm should be around the neck and one arm should be under the armpit. But the way I'm going to do it to set up for the Anaconda choke, I'm going to shoot. So this is the attack arm. I'm around his neck. I'm going to shoot all the way underneath, imagining that I have my watch on here and I can see it. That's how the hand goes through. So the palm is like this, not like this. So one. Number two, connecting my palms. I'm holding over my thumb this way, not like this, over my thumb. And now I'm going to open up some space. So I'm going to drag his elbow out and walk a little bit to the side here. Now I have all this space to roll. From here I can hold, I connect, and I throw my face under first. Connecting, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing if I need to. Here, he's already tapping at that point. If I need to, I'll bridge up. So again, he goes, sprawling to the side, I connect. I'm getting here, and I'm waiting here until he's tired. Now I'm going to make my space. I use my forearm here to move his elbow. I still have him connected. When I have time, I put my bicep on his neck on the other side, and I fire it underneath so I can hold. Now I'm going to go underneath. Here, my face goes all the way. Here, I'm still squeezing if I need to. Here, I'll bridge and bring his chin inside. Tap him with the Anaconda choke. Another variation here. So, let me show you from this angle. So we know how that happened there. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. Around the neck, I connect, but this time I'm going to change it. So what I'm doing, my hands are like this right now. I'm going to switch my hands around and go around his neck. One, I'm switching my hands right now, and I'm going to fall off to my side here and clamp his neck this way. Now, the important part here, I need to hold that head and punch my arm through. If I just open and try to go for this, suddenly he's going to lift the head up and get out. One more time. So I'm connecting. I'm keeping my head nice and tight to him. I hold his head, punch, hold, and I'm going to walk my hips and bridge in at this point so I can catch him. So I'm going to move my hips inward. Now I switch my hands. Now I fall to the side. I'm going to drop my hip on the floor and catch. Punch it through here, and then I'm going to walk my hips to him, squeeze, and get the tap out of it. I can roll this way. If I decide to change my grip, go underneath, change my face, and connect. If the guy is big, you don't even have to unlock your hands. I'm going to pull my wrist into his neck and move my hips to the neck and squeeze and tap him out at that point. If he's a little bit smaller, I hold, move, and bridge. Okay. All right, so that's the Anaconda to Brabo variation. Rob Mudrak's going to show us a move in a second, so hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Rob Mudrak, owner of NetGen Mixed Martial Arts. I'm here with Brian McNulty, assistant instructor. We're going to show you an attack from side mount today. Come down here. Facing this one. Good. No, just where you were. All right, we're starting here from what we call a sit-out side mount. The concept here, guys, is using your weight to hold down your opponent. Notice how my hips are settled on his as opposed to the mat. If I'm sitting down here, I'm not really going to free up my arms to attack. I have to use them to hold my opponent down. So I'm going to learn to surf right on my opponent's hip. Okay. What I'm looking to attack here is his near side arm. He's typically going to be tight. He's not going to be opening up and giving me an arm. I mean, if it is that easy, we would just take the arm out right away. But he's typically going to be tight here. And I want to attack this arm, but I don't want to make it obvious by grabbing and trying to really open him up. So I'm going to open him up while they're mugging, attacking the far side, whatever the case may be, or just patience, to be honest with you. If you have a good side mount and you're surfing him out correctly, he's going to eventually give you the space you need, and you don't need much for this attack. I'm not going to grab the arm to attack. I'm actually going to catch it in the crook of my elbow between my bicep and forearm, just as I would on a rear naked choke. So as I'm mugging, opening up, whatever the case may be, I feel him maybe even go to press up just a touch. I'm going to hook, catching his wrist in between my elbow, in between my bicep and forearms. And now I'm going to turn my hips over, squaring back up with him. Like this. Okay. My arm, I'm not lifting his arm or exposing his arm. I'm using my body and my hip transition to isolate the arm I want to attack. So as I'm riding side mount, I see the arm present itself. I'm going to switch my hips and turn down. My hips are what's trapping the arm. I'm kind of hipping down on his shoulder using my body weight to trap the arm. Now the transition is going to be lost if you attempt to land in what is like a traditional arm lock where your legs across the torso, the other legs across the face. You're going to lose this. So an easier transition from here is watch my right foot. I'm going to pivot on my right knee, bringing my right toe up towards his ear. If you notice, from here, my knee's underneath his back, this allowing him to roll back flat, keeping him on the side. And then I'm going to kind of sit out, bringing my big toe up towards his ear. So as I catch the arm, I turn my hips down, watch my right leg sit up like that. Now my shin is underneath his shoulder, and as I sit back, this is going to create the trap for the arm lock. From the beginning, I trap the arm, squeezing, as we said, between my forearm and bicep. I turn my hips over, trapping his arm with my hips. I'm going to bring my shin in by pivoting on my right knee, and I don't step up. I more sit out and let my hip land right on his face, letting my weight keep him still. Just the shoulder pressure turns him away when you're in side mount. My hip's going to keep him from turning back in to counter the arm lock. I trap, turn in, bring my big toe up to his ear, and I sit. Notice my weight's heavy on my left thigh, on my left hip. And from here, guys, I just sit back, pinching my knees together, heels down, and arch up to finish the arm lock. You don't even need to switch your grips. This typically is going to be fine. If necessary, 2 hands to the wrist, hip up to finish. One more time. Let's go. Stay right where you are. I just want to show one more time how we kind of make almost like a quarter turn. I'm sitting here facing north, and by the end I'm going to be facing to the east. Trapping the arm, switching my hips, bringing my foot up as if I'm going from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Sitting to my left hip, pinching my knees, and finishing the arm lock. All right, I think it's a pretty slick transition, and a lot of people don't really see the arm lock coming, and it gives you a different angle and a pretty quick way to hit the arm lock from side mount. And that's all we got today. If you'd like to see that, it's actually on the highlight video at our website, www.nextgenmma.com.